What you're about to see is a Channel 4 News exclusive.
We turn our attention to the recent Disney-Pixar merger. Let's find out a little bit more about the companies, what the Disney and Pixar characters have to say. So, there you have it from our industry experts. Now, let's take a look at the analysis of whether the governance structure was appropriate given the rationale. So, there you have it from our industry experts. Now, let's take a look at the analysis of whether the governance structure was appropriate given the rationale.
Both companies are located in California. Disney's going to remain in Burbank, while Pixar is going to keep its headquarters in Emeryville. The past partnership between the two companies is proof that they can work together. Although Disney is known for a more micromanaged style, Pixar will remain the operation in the new division, and it is known for being more open to ideas. Let's consult Steve Jobs and Bob Iger to see what they think about the differences in the company culture.
Well, you know, Pixar is 20 years old in a few weeks, and for 19 of those 20 years, we've actually had a relationship with Disney. So we've seen, you know, we've had some great high points, and we've had a few low points in that relationship. And we're convinced that that Bob really understands Pixar. And we think we have some appreciation of Disney and love the unique Disney assets, like being able to get the characters in the theme parks and really express them throughout all of Disney's incredible assets. And so we spend most of our time talking about the cultural issues. You know, the economic issues was a fairly small percent of the time. Most of it's been around the cultural issues, and we think we understand how to keep Pixar being Pixar and how to spread some of that culture around and maybe, you know, a few other parts of Disney as well, because we think we got something pretty good going here.
Mr. Iger, or Bob, may I call you, what gives you the confidence that these two cultures can be melted together?
Well, you know, the way our films have been marketed for the last many years, of course, has been Disney-Pixar. And I think you're going to see that continue because, you know, both brands have a lot of equity. It'd be foolish to, you know, to throw any of it away.
And there's been a little skepticism about the whole merge. How do you plan to deal with the branding of the films under the new merger between Disney and Pixar?
Well, I think Steve will be a big voice in many respects, and I think that's a good thing. Steve and I have been talking for months. We've done some business together through the relationship with Apple, which, by the way, has been a great relationship, and the potential that I see when you take great content, in this case some of ABC's programs, and an incredible technology platform, iTunes and iPod, the potential that's created is just enormous. And so I fully hope that the relationship between the companies is going to continue because it has been so good. Steve is someone that obviously has tremendous experience in a variety of different areas, including feature animation. And as both a board member and a shareholder, I hope to tap into that great experience, the vast knowledge. This is a large, complex company to run in a very, very complex world, a very competitive universe. And having Steve as a board member, as an advisor, as a shareholder, I really look forward to it. I think that's a good thing for our company and for our shareholders.
This is John Lasseter. He's the founder of Pixar, and he's got a contract until 2011. He'll become the chief creative officer under the acquisition, and it will give him the opportunity to continue doing what he loves and provide a broader palette of businesses to get into it and spread his talent. Well, everybody knows his first name, so this is a picture of Mr. Catmull. He was originally the president of Pixar, and he became president of the Pixar and Disney Animation Studios. Both players are passionate about business, which will be infectious within the new environment. Now back to Ron Burgandy.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to hand it off to an industry expert to see if this Disney-Pixar merge was a good idea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ron. Thank you, Ron, for having me on. This is Art Vandelay with some final comments about this Pixar and Disney deal. I am an expert in the media industry. Disney and Pixar's future is very bright with many opportunities. We've seen success with Steve Jobs, connection with Pixar and Disney and Apple, and the multiple releases of Disney content through the crazy success story of iTunes. This will continue into the future as industry insiders speculate the demise of the DVD is on the horizon. Additionally, distribution methods are changing before our eyes, and before long, consumers will not be content with the old-fashioned DVD technology as they look forward to Blu-ray, HD TV, and internet-based distribution. Disney is learning through Pixar's strength at delivering what the consumer wants by listening to the consumer and providing content using these new methods. Although the merger between Pixar and Disney did not include Apple, Apple's cutting-edge technology is at the forefront. Ron, you may also ask, how has the organization changed at Disney since the acquisition of Pixar? One of the first decisions, and a smart one, was to keep Pixar as a whole with very few changes. Disney kept the Emeryville studio separate from the Los Angeles studio, but tapped Pixar's management to help improve management at the LA location, which has invigorated the culture in the Southern studio. Further, we look forward to the rich immersive stories not only at Disney and Pixar, but the rides at Disney's theme parks as well. As John Lasseter said to the guys at Walt Disney Imagineering on his first meeting, "We'll not be making any mediocre rides. The Pixar movies and characters are what Disney movie and characters used to be. The new rides will be made by storytellers, not middle management or penny-pinching accountants that have no idea how to write a story." Ron, another opportunity that we need to look at is the future for the revitalized Disney is the rebranding and updating of the Disney MGM Studios, or as we should start calling it, the Disney Pixar Studios. This theme park has been trying to find an identity over the last few years, and now they found it. A new direction for this park will be directed by John Lasseter himself, who has expressed an interest in refocusing the park toward a much more family-friendly movie experience, and I'm sure you can relate to that, Ron. These projects could have a direct impact on Disney Anaheim by cross-promoting Pixar releases and tying together the two parks in the movies to entice customers to visit both parks instead of just one. Pixar has solid, enjoyable characters, so the movies into the future will always have a stable of actors who will never grow old and will always be able to make another movie. At Pixar Studios, this is Art Vandelay reporting. Back to you, Ron.
For all of us here at News Center 4, I'm Ron Burgandy. You stay classy.
Sinless Bispo.
Yeah! Super duper! That's nice! Way to go! Neato, gang!
Yes!
Boy, Ed, that is good news. I'll be honest. Congrats! That is good news! All right!
Stick around, make sure these guys don't party too much. They don't really ever listen to me, man. Just get it done.
I can't look it up. Fruitful.
Been students at Cal Poly debating whether Disney's acquisition of ABC was a flop or a hit. And I would just like to inform you all that because we took over ABC, I am now able to buy my 5th house in the Hamptons. And so both. This is Catmull. Well, now I'm excited for the merge because, well, I don't really work on The View anymore, so I have a lot more time to go see movies like Ratatouille, which is coming out. I'm so excited to see it.